Guys, I know this is my usual, my usual setup, but I decided to come out to the computer and see all the signings and break down the first free agency there, alright? So, hold on, let me go to the first one. Alright, so let's start here, alright. So first, the Giants signed Casey Kreiter to a contract extension. I don't even know who that is. Then the Patriots traded Johnny Smith to the Falcons for a 2023 7th-round pick. You think that scares me? That does not scare me. Johnny Smith did nothing in New England. He was alright in Tennessee, but not in New England. Then the Bills signed Tyler Matovich to a 1-year contract extension. Don't know who that is. Seahawks released Shelby Harris. I understand why, clears $8.94 million of salary cap. I understand why, he's getting a little bit old. His career's coming to an end soon. I like Shelby Harris, but he's getting too old. Then the Falcons re-signed Chris Lindstrom to a 5-year, $105 million contract extension, including $63 million guaranteed. That sucks for me because, Falcons are in my division. And, yeah. Unfortunately, now we got to deal with Chris Lindstrom blocking. The Falcons signed Keith Smith to a 1-year contract. Like, it's fullback, so I don't really care. Ravens released Calais Campbell, clearing $6.5 million. I expect a lot of old players to get cut now. It just sucks, man, because Calais, he's still a good player. It's not like he's bad, but he's against the cap, all right. The Packers signed Kayshon Nixon to a 1-year, $6 million contract extension. I expected this. Kayshon Nixon, when he did play, he didn't, play a lot, but when he did play at the end of the year, he was making plays and winning games for the Packers. So, yeah. And then we got the Commanders signing Danny Johnson to a 2-year, $7 million contract. Don't know who that is. The Broncos signing Mike McGlinchey, 5 years, $87.5 million. Alright, so Russell Wilson's got protection now, so now that he cannot use that O-line excuse. 49ers signed Javon Hargrave to a 4-year, $84 million contract. It sucks to be an Eagles fan. Not really, though. Javon Hargrave, he went from the team who beat the 49ers to the 49ers. He tried to get a Super Bowl ring there. He didn't get it, so now he's going to try to chase one Sam Ryan. I feel like the Eagles are stupid for letting him go because he was one of their – because he had, he had most of the sacks – or no, not most of them. Hassan Reddick did. But he had, over 10 sacks, including, a lot of other Eagle players, so that was stupid. Falcons signed Bradley Pinion to a 3-year, $8.65 million contract. I don't care, bro. He's a punter. The Chargers signed Easton Stick to a 1-year, $1.8 million contract extension. I don't care. He's going to be the backup. The Bills signed Sam Martin to a 3-year, $6 million contract extension. All right. Patriots signed Jonathan Jones to a 2-year, $19 million contract. I like this because obviously he was with the Patriots. But when he played for the Patriots this season, that man was a baller. Him, Jack Jones, Marcus Jones, all of the Jones are amazing, bro. Just amazing. The Lions signed Isaiah Buggs to a 2-year, $4.5 million contract extension. That's an underrated. That's an underrated re-sign because I feel like Isaiah Buggs does not get credit. He's also one of the reasons why the Lions won some games this year. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. The Bills signed Connor McGovern to a 3-year, $23 million contract extension. I like this. The Bills, they really needed a center, and I feel like they got that position. And then here we got the Patriots signing Raekwon McMillan to a 1-year, $1.6 million contract. I barely know who that is. Then the Dolphins signed Mike White to a 2-year, $60 million contract extension. Obviously, we know Mike White that every time that Zach Wilson got hurt or something, obviously we know that obviously we know he would win the games. First it was the Bengals, now it's the Bears. Alright, then it was the Bears. Next, we got Andrew Wiley signing a 3-year, $24 million contract with the Commanders. I don't really know there, so I'm not going to lie. Chiefs signing Jawan Taylor to a 4-year, $80 million contract. I feel like that's a bit of an overpay. But Jawan Taylor, hey, he gets the job done. I think he was with Jacksonville. But he gets the job done most of the time, so, yeah. Commanders signed Nick Gates to a 3-year, $16.5 million contract. Same thing with Jawan Taylor, bro. Let's see, now we got the Texans signing Mike Boone to a 2-year, $3.1 million contract. He's not that good. When I think he was with the Broncos, he was not a good running back. That's why my boy Latavius Murray was outdoing him. But yeah, and then the Bears signed T.J. Edwards to a 3-year, $19.5 million contract. I like that signing. They had to replace Roquan Smith. Obviously, T.J. Edwards is nowhere near Roquan Smith's level. But they had to get a linebacker, and hey, the Bears have all the cap space in the world, so go ahead. And then we had the Texans signing Andrew Beck to a 2-year, $6.25 million contract. It's an alright signing. He's actually a good fullback, so yeah. And then let's see, the Broncos signed Ben Powers to a 4-year, $51.5 million contract. I feel like that's a bit of an overpay, but it helps their O-line. So, Wilson, you do not have an O-line excuse. You better ball with Sean Payton, all right? And you don't even have an excuse. Nathaniel Hackett, I'll give you that. Nathaniel Hackett was an excuse. But Sean Payton, no, bro. The Bengals signed Jermaine Pratt to a 3-year, $21 million contract. That's a good sign, I'm not going to lie. Vikings signed Josh Oliver to a 3-year, $21 million contract with the Vikings. He's an alright backup tight end. Alright, guys, we're coming across a signing that I want to... The Panthers have signed Vonn Bell. He's a former Saint, bro. This breaks my heart. Coming off of a good year with the Bengals, bro. My God, bro. He used to be in New Orleans, and he was balling with New Orleans. Now he's in Carolina. That's awful, bro. Man, Vonn Bell, I wish you the best, but I hope you don't win any games. So I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's see. The Texans signed Hassan Ridgeway to a 1-year, $4 million contract. That's an alright signing. Broncos signed Jared Stidham to a 2-year, $10 million contract. Alright, we barely see him play. I mean, he had one good game, but that was about it. The Falcons signed David Onyemata to a 3-year, $35 million contract. Obviously, yes, I know. David Onyemata's a former Saint, but I don't really care. He did not really play that good. Texans signed Chase Winovich to a 1-year, $2 million contract. Not bad. Panthers, what is it with it? Dude, what is it with you? You take all of our players. Don't think I forgot about the Teddy Bridgewater signing a few years ago. Don't think I forgot when you drafted Terrace Marshall 1 pick ahead of us. Now you signed Vonn Bell, and then you signed Shy Tuttle to a 3-year, $9.5 million contract. Shy Tuttle's not good. I don't know why you want him. But why are you taking him? Dude, I swear. Texans signed Case Keenum to a 2-year, $6.25 million contract. Yeah, they're either going to probably draft Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. One of them's not going to be available at their pick now. But Case Keenum, he's a solid backup. Obviously, we all know he's the one who threw the pass in Minneapolis Miracle. Screw you! Alright, next. The Raiders going out their way and paying Jimmy Garoppolo to a 3-year, $72.75 million contract. Hey, man, he's back with Josh McDaniels, who was his OC in New England. I feel like Jimmy Garoppolo is a pretty decent quarterback at his position. He's not the best in the world, but he surely ain't the worst. Alright, next. The Bears, they signed Tremaine Edmonds. They're going out for those linebackers. 4 years, $72 million. That's amazing. And then they also signed Nate Davis to a 3-year, $30 million contract. Watch out for the Bears. They might be a little bit scary. Lions signed Cameron Sutton to a 3-year, $33 million contract. That's a pretty good sign. He played all right in Pittsburgh. He wasn't the best corner, but he's pretty good. Falcons. The Saints, I don't even think the Saints made a move today. All they did was bring in somebody, but dude, the Falcons. The Falcons signed Jesse Bates to a 4-year, $64.2 million contract. I swear, if Lamar Jackson falls and goes to Atlanta, I'm going to lose my mind. You literally have a video of me screaming for 10 minutes. Lions signed Alex Anzalone to a 3-year, $18.75 million contract. You know, former Saint as well, but he was always in Detroit when he left the Saints. You know, but the one dude I want the Saints to sign back to the team is Sheldon Rankins. He plays for, I think, the Jets now. If he goes to free agency, I want us to bring him back to New Orleans. But Alex Anzalone, you know, he's not a bad player when I watch him, you know. He's not a bad player. He was not a bad player with the Saints, and I don't think he's a bad player with the Lions. Then we have the Giants signing Raheem Nunez-Roches to a contract. Well, in my opinion, I don't really know much about the guy, so I'm not going to talk about that. The Browns signed Ogbonnia Okonkwo to a 3-year, $19 million contract. I don't know much about it. And then the Steelers are signing Patrick Peterson to a 2-year contract. So he's leaving Minnesota and going to Pittsburgh. That's a nice signing. Let's see if there, let me hit update. Are there any more signs? Hold on, guys. Let's wait for this to refresh. Hold on. Let me see if anything happened in the NBA. I know the NBA offseason did not happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah, we had a couple things happen in the NBA. The Knicks waived Moses Brown. Knicks signed Trevor Keels to a 2-way contract. And the Pistons signed Eugene Omari to a 10-day contract. Alright. That was your NBA news. But let's see if there's any more NFL news. Did anybody else get signed? Yep. Oh my God. As soon as I talk about the Buccaneers, I'm making a move. They just did one. The Buccaneers signed Jamel Dean to a 4-year, $52 million contract extension, bro. Saints! Do something! Do something. All we did so far was bring in Derek Carr, re-sign J.T. Gray, re-sign Juwan Johnson, and then sign Nico Amadi. We need to do something now. And I mean now. Let me hit update one more time. Dude, Saints, y'all gotta do something, bro. Alright, it looks like, let me scroll down, make sure that nobody else was signed. Alright guys, give me a second. Alright, yeah. Alright, guys, so that's it. That's basically it, man. You know, Saints didn't really do anything the first day of free agency. Oh, let me see their cap situation. See the Saints cap space. They're no longer the worst team in cap space. Alright, we're still $16 million over the cap. We can get that down. So far, the team with the most cap right now is still the Bears with $71 million. Alright, but the Falcons have lots of cap space too. Look out. I'm probably going to do this probably every day. You know, you're probably going to get like a couple videos out of me. Yeah, bro. So far, the Bills are the worst with the cap space, but they're also $16 million over. So yeah, it's us and the Bills. And number one's obviously the Bears. Alright, that's it. Usually the worst teams have lots of the money. Well, that's it. Goodbye, I guess.